This is a Republic notice entitled, Black Women Have More Options for Husbands and Mates Than She May Know. Black women have more options for husbands and mates than she may know about. First of all, let me say that a lot of what we see is illusional. So the illusional attritioning of black women out of all her wealth, out of everything, while she is in the supreme contract as the first supremacy clause non-consenter with privileges and immunities to all lower contracts, which means that no matter what they do, they can't affect that she's the first wealth holder of the Constitution and she's the most high first earthly wife. Therefore, she is Judah. She is the Judah DNA. Okay. Now, the options is just like they're trishing her out of everything and make her think she's the poorest and the lowest in this country, where they all want to trample, these foreigners all want to trample and steal. So they use media propaganda to call black women nappy-headed hoes and all that stuff, and black hoes and all that stuff, to attrition her out and steal her wealth and embezzle. Okay, well, the same way they do that too, to embezzle and to get weak black men to go along with it and to hate and go against their women, which look like it then turns to attritioning black women out of husbands. But the truth is she's married to the black man by constitutionality. And the truth is, if she was married or had a baby by any black man, that baby was born a legitimate baby, unless you want to say the Constitution is not legitimate. To call the black infant not illegitimate is to call the Constitution illegitimate. See, and this is the clear perpetration of their fraud. This is the clear obvious perpetration of their fraud, so they can embezzle and steal and act like black women are insignificant when she's the hierarchy of order on this earth. Now, I really understood this when I came under severe attack. I didn't even know as much of who I was. I started to learn who I was, but before I could learn fully, I came under severe attack by forces of other dimensions. And then they almost taught me my importance by how much they wanted to attack me. See, sometimes when people attack you, they teaching you their importance because they protest and attack you too much. You have to question why blacks and black women are so much under attack in this country. You have to question what is it that they are so obsessed with that they infringe and attack black women and people all the time. Even so, putting that aside for the moment and getting back to the mating issue, because the earth frequency is rising and the Dracon regime is now falling, a lot of men is going to automatically want to return to that DNA of the primordial womb. The black woman in America constitutionality holds that primordial womb. They're going to start wanting to return to her, and it's not only going to be Judah men, it's going to be other Israelites, it's going to be Hamites, it's going to be Gentiles of every race, creed, and color, and it's going to be, many who just want to be with her. And because it's going to just be a natural progression of the earth that she's raised and people are going to want to be with her. So it's 2013 that I'm telling you this. And see, it's not going to be based on age, because they're going to start grabbing, and you're going to find that the 70-year-old woman has an easy time getting a man. Now, especially when they know you really hold the wealth, of this earth. I'm telling you, as a mother of Jerusalem, my daughters of Jerusalem hold the wealth of this country and this earth. Because why? Because I'm the first inheritor of King David's kingdom, and then nobody is moving in on my wealth at this point but my daughters and my children, my bridal chamber children. And guess what? I have the army, the holy army of God Almighty, King David, King Yeshua, Emmanuel ben David, and I have the whole holy chariots. And guess what? They're real. They are real. They are real people. They are real. God has his army and his angels, and they are real. And once I done saw how they take care of these higher dimension freaks. I mean, these big old giants, and I saw how they protected me. They are real. Trust me when I tell you. Therefore, you know, I do have a backup to say you're not going to be forever trampling me and my bridal chamber daughters of Jerusalem, the city of Zion, 13, 14, 15th Amendment, city of Zion. I could prove everything I'm saying in this decree. They're not going to keep on trampling us, and they're not going to keep on trampling and disrespecting our sons. They will not keep on trampling and disrespecting the black men who helped build this country with the black women. Okay, so now what I'm saying to black women as far as mates now, if you want to start screening these people, and that's what you see it as, a screen, you start setting up spiritual connections, and you start saying spiritual connections of covenant heir women and black men in prisons, our spiritual heir connections of black women and other male Israelites, spiritual connection of black women and Hamites, spiritual connections of black women and Gentiles, you know, and you will see your options. And this could be done easily on the internet at this point. You will see your options explode, okay? Because it's your time, okay? Your options are going to explode. And the Most High said your men will start returning to you anyway. Now, the main thing of it is as the Judah woman, your first concern is getting back with the Judah man. That's why I said prisoners, because a lot of the Judah men are in prison. And the prison of Judah men is to keep you apart from your man. And so this is what you must overcome. You must not let him being in prison or any kind of physical blockage keep you from spiritually connecting to the black man. You must make your spiritual connections to the black man regardless of incarceration or whatever, you know, tries to keep you physically apart, because all this physically apart is to make sure that the gods don't rise and we can see through it. Plus, the black man and black woman together is the absolute sovereignty of the Holy Covenant, the earth, and United States of America. But first, the Holy Covenant, the earth, and you are the sovereignty of the earth with the black man, Judah woman and Judah man, and then the sovereignty of America. So it's very important that your first concern, spiritual connection, is letting black men know that you're open to communicate at this point. Open to communicate. But if a lot of times, since some black men are unavailable in other ways, and it's more black women than black men, you have other options also of other Israelites, like the ones from the islands, Barbados, the blacks in Britain. You can make spiritual connections with blacks in Jamaica, Trinidad. You can make spiritual connections with Hebrew Israelites. You can make spiritual connections with Israelites, and you can make spiritual connections with Gentile men, because the Most High want inheritors. He wants to show that Satan, that he can return some of these Gentiles into a holy stature just as well as his Israelites, and build his church, and his church become wide known as a holy covenant protected church. Not just anybody saying, oh, I'm part of the Christ, all that, while they doing every kind of sin on earth against the Christ, but those who in the holy covenant that really have the status of being identified as the family and the body of Christ. Okay, so these are some of the options, but what I'm telling you is at this point now, you don't have to think about being alone. The frequency is being raised for your men to begin to return to you. And you can speed it along by prayer and connecting with them however you can. Connect with old acquaintances, connect with old male friends, connect. Start spiritual connections, gather, have a dinner party, invite some of your female friends in, and start thinking about a group together that you can pull a club together or something like that, where you form some kind of organization to connect with other Israelites, other men around the world, and connect with your Judah men here domestically. Connect with them all, because you need every option open to you. But your first and your most profitable, because your sovereignty is connected to it. Your whole sovereignty is connected with you producing all persons born with the black man. Okay, that is your wealth and sovereignty. So you must always keep that in mind. Don't forget that fact, because it's one of the highest important facts that you can remember. And also, older women need not be put aside. And like I said, there's no divorce. Constitutionally, we cannot divorce each other. What we thought is that Babylon could divorce us. They don't have, we have privileges and immunities from all Babylon contracts, so they can't divorce us. Okay, that's why I said Mrs. Claudette Robinson is still married to Smokey Robinson. Your mother and father that called themselves being divorced a while ago is still married. They need to begin to return, and they better make some kind of peace with their wives if they want to be part of the fifth dimension, and if they seeking to be or to have immortality. Just look up Claudette Robinson. I have a video on her, and it's talking about her and Smokey Robinson marriage, and because the privileges and immunities keep these people from divorcing you. These are foreigners. They have no supreme contract to divorce supreme contractors. They just don't have it. So therefore, they can't divorce us. And anyway, the Constitution is written as a holy covenant. God doesn't allow his namesake to divorce. They can only separate, and that's just to preserve soul energy, and so they won't abuse soul energy. But once the soul energy starts to come under protection, God's expect them to move back into congruency with each other. And so these are options. You have many options, and age is not a problem. Don't let age get in the way, because guess what? They will begin to understand that it's the older women that has to be there for them in older age, because the young woman is not. She's going to find someone her age. And plus, they will understand that that's just part of their piss training. Just like they think they better in darker skin and nappy hair than a chocolate woman in dark skin and nappy hair. They think they better older than a black woman older. Well, they're not. That's just piss on their brain and Dracon programming. They better get real and lose that ego. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom. For more information, get that decree, and you will see everything I say I prove over and over again.